if there's time, why don't we redo the question from yesterday? And take a look here. I will edit this matrix. I'll stick with matrix A. Hit enter twice. It's going to be 3 by 4 again. Now, yesterday, the examples were 2, 4, 2, 6. 2, 1, 1. 16 and 1029. And it takes I'm sorry, it's 1129 appears to be, so let me just go back. So there were 5 row operations that it took to convert this into upper triangular form. Matrix, if just to look at it to make sure it's in there all right. 2, 4, 2, 6, 2, 1, 1, 16, 1, 1, 2, 9. I should let you know, because you might be wondering why this process is taking a long time. The calculator is more powerful than this. I mean, there's a built-in function I'll let you know about now, which you can use to check your work. If I go second matrix math, one of the options, option A, it says ref. Well, good news for you. Ref actually means row echelon form, which basically means upper triangular matrix. So if I go ref and then I go second matrix A and I hit enter, it actually finishes it for me. We can't see the whole thing if I hit to the right, so 1, 2, 1, 3, 0, 1. This is 1/3. I think if I push math enter enter, it should turn everything into fractions. There you go. So 1, 2, 1, 3, 0, 1, 1/3, negative 10/3, 0, 0, 1, 2. So the calculator can do it all in one shot for you also. But we're practicing row operations because you probably won't have a calculator at all on the test. And we're going to practice doing row operations with the calculator. So anyway, we're not going to use this shortcut for the calculator. Instead, we're just going to do it with row operations. So, second matrix, second matrix, I don't know why that's not happening. I think I didn't hit second well enough. You'll be doing this with your fingers, and I bet it's a lot easier and quicker. So I'm going to do 5 row operations, and the first row operation for practice is to multiply row 1 by a half. So 0.5 matrix A, multiplying that by row 1. Store the answer in matrix A, and I've got one of my 5 things done. Now I'm going to use this one to do the second row operation to turn this 2 into a 0. Second matrix math, use rule F, which is the main rule. So we're going to multiply negative 2 in matrix A. I'm going to multiply it by row 1 and add the answer to row 2, substituting it into row 2. Don't forget, store it in second matrix A, and just like that, it's a 0. Now, to do the next one, I do second matrix math up to get to this one. I'm going to do -1 in matrix A. I'm going to multiply it by row 1 and then add it and put the answer into row 3, and I'm going to store the answer into matrix A. Okay, so I have 3 operations down, 2 to go. Now here's where, using my creativity, I would probably swap rows 2 and 3. Again, this is using the calculator isn't going to make any mistakes with fractions, so there's really no risk in just using the other row operation. Second matrix. So I'll do the one where I multiply. I'll multiply 1/3 in matrix A by row 2. I see that's got to be -1/3. I'll just insert this negative sign. And we'll store the answer in matrix A. And now we got fractions. And as the last row operation, I will use rule 3. So second matrix math, and not enter. Instead, second matrix math, push up. And for this one, we're gonna multiply 1 in matrix A by row 1, not by row 1, but by row 2. Add the whole thing to row 3 and store that into matrix A. And just like that, it is in upper triangular form. Up here where they did where the computer did it, oh no, I don't have where the computer did it, but they often turn this number into a 1 when they do what's called row echelon form. Okay, so now what you can do is have the class do an example. They could work on doing a question that's from page 633. This was a homework question, number 13, but now we'll do it using the calculator. 2x minus 3y plus 2z equals 4. 4x plus 2y plus 3z equals 7. And 5x plus 4y plus 2z equals 7. And the answer is going to be 1, 0, 1. So you just use the 3 row operations we learned about, but you don't have to do it in just 5 steps. You could take more steps, but be more sort of creative with your steps using row swaps. The uncreative approach is just to use to not do any row swaps and just use multiplying. There are some times where you need to do swaps. I'll tell you about those another time. But for now, using the 3 row operations, including swaps if you want, set up, this is a matrix, 2 minus 3, 2, 4, 4, 2, 3, 7, 5, 4, 2, 7. And go through the 5 row operations on your calculator that will convert this into upper triangular form. Well, that's good for now. Hope you do a good job, those people in row number 3.